There we go. And Instagram. Okay. Hi guys. What's going on with my face? Fuck. Something like that. How's my hair looking today? Hi guys. I'm just going live on all the platforms. Let's see if I can make that happen. Looks like my Instagram one's a little wonky. Every time I set this up, there's always an issue. I swear. I always take steps to do it earlier too. I got a haircut. Hi guys. Okay. That should be good. Good. And go live. And YouTube, I have it right over here. How's that look? Good? Hi guys. Yeah, it looks pretty good. What is up, TikTok? Oh. How's that? Okay. Let me fix the Facebook feed. There, perfect. Oh, and then the air conditioner. Man, it's hot in here. Grab my drink here. Hi, guys. Okay, you guys ready for the show? Hello, everyone. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to the Russell Hartley Show. Today we're going to be talking about there's no honor in poverty. All right. If a man is trying to convince you money isn't everything, I grew up this way with family members that are just, because I grew up poor. So I had people all around me. Money's not everything. It's not that important. There are other things that are more important than money. I've heard that my whole life. And let me tell you folks, for the most part, money is everything. It solves basically all of it. Every problem that you can have, everything in your life, most of y'all, money can solve it. You guys get what I'm saying? Money can solve your problems, I promise. So, if a man is trying to convince you to date him, and his pitch is that money isn't everything, don't worry, money isn't everything. I'm here to tell you, yes it is. And he is trying to trick you into some situation with him. Money isn't everything to him. That's why he's trying to trick you. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys get what I mean? There's an agenda here that's happening. There's something happening here such that you're being tricked, okay? He wants you to think that money's nothing so that he can hypnotize you or digmatize you, I don't know, into thinking that you should let him move in with you in your house. Because money isn't everything. You already have an apartment, so he can come stay with you. Money's not everything. You can pick up a second shift, and then he can stay on your couch and in your bed. And you can fund his video game addiction. Because money's not everything. So, does that sound like the life for you? Because let me tell you something. The men that make money, there's levels of money where it's like, okay, it's really hard to, if you're born into money, that's different. You can have your own, you can be a person that has no say in their life and have money because you were born into it. Fine, that does exist, okay? But if you get with a man that has made money, made something of himself, you know what it takes to make money? To steady and consistently make money year after year after year after year. It's because there's a set of characteristics that enable that to happen for them, okay? There's like, you gotta be valuable to folks. Does that make sense? And that means you gotta operate in a way that's consistent. You gotta have integrity. You gotta be willing to work hard. There's a lot of things that come with making money. And those are characteristics that you want in a man. Reliable man. You see what I mean? Now, when I say also having money, I don't necessarily mean rich. For some of y'all, I do mean rich. He needs to be rich, straight up. Y'all got spending habits, I get it. There's no way you're gonna survive if he isn't rich, and I get that. I get that, okay? So, for some of y'all got a very expensive taste. I get it. I was born the same way. My mama had it too. Same thing. She's born with that kind of thing. You need a rich man. I get it. But for the most of y'all don't need a rich man. Y'all need a man that's steady, reliable, and will put up with you for many years. That's the best most of us can hope for. All right? Nothing wrong with that. All right? So, that's fine. But for some of y'all, I get it, y'all need rich. But to be rich, to be in the top 1% of America, let's say, it takes a lot. You got to be able to make that kind of money. What is it now? $600K a year? Something like that? $50K a month? Yeah, fine. I live in a big city, so I mean, $50K a month is doing good, but it's not a whole lot, depending on where you live. Whatever. That being said, in order to make that kind of money year after year, you got to be with a man that has the characteristics that it takes to make himself a success, you see. And it's not lazy. It's not lying. It's not excuse making. Do you see what I mean? Those are the characteristics that you want to date. That's good quality. If they don't have that kind of money, and they're constantly pouring at the bottom, making excuses as to why they should live with you, it's because of who they are deep down. The characteristics it takes for them to be the way they are, broke and lying about it. That's the reason why they're there. That's the reason why they're in that position. Because that's the things that they have for going for them. Do you see? Do you see what I mean? They're broke and lying about it. That's who they are. If they have to move in with you and they're spinning you some tale as to why, that's who they are. Do you get it? Y'all get it? That's what it is. Okay? So people that make money, they just have the characteristics of a guy that makes money. And it's oftentimes better. It just is. All right? It makes sense? Hi, guys. Okay, I'm streaming on all platforms all at once now, so I'm trying to keep up this time. I'm here for it though. I got YouTube over here. Hi, guys. Yep, that's right. Okay, I see you guys. Only us and Russell. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Opening up the floor. It's been a minute. Divorced and starting over. Hang on. Divorced and starting over. Tips for dating now. A days. I'm 35. Okay, Bamber. Weird punctuation there. Tips for starting over. What difference does it make? Whether you're 35 or 25 or 45, what difference does it make? How is it any different now than it was before? Do you got dating apps that are at your fingertips? What difference does it make? You still got to get out your house. You still got to put on your makeup, put on your best shade of red on your lips, and then get outside, all right? What is it? Start saying yes to things, all right? Get some practice in. Start saying yes to the medium ugly ones. You need practice, all right? Get your reps in, okay? Get yourself some free dinners. Why not? Make time for it, all right? What's the difference? That's great advice. That's what I'm here for, folks. Hi, everyone. Get your reps in, that's right. I got trapped with living with a Dusty. Please help. you know what you have to do, don't you? Call the police. Get a restraining order. Put all the stuff outside on the lawn. Change the locks. Like an adult. That'll show them. And then you can move on with your life. All right? I'm gonna get this man out of here. He's trespassing. The police will do something about him, about that whole situation. They'll fix it for you. Just call them, 911. It's an emergency. Just change the locks on them, folks. It's as simple as that. How else should you do it? I can't shake my over independence. No one is taking all of my life ever again. Fine. That's fine. You're entitled to a lonely life if that's what you want. Fine. I'm not saying you need to be dependent. You also always need to be self-reliant anyways. All right? That's another thing. Y'all, just because y'all are in a relationship doesn't mean... Okay, if y'all are married, you're owed something. The state will decide that. All right? But unless y'all are married, they don't owe you anything. You need to have your own level of independence and your ability to go and be autonomous if you need to be. All right? It's nice when you have someone in your corner, but you never know. Y'all one argument away from... What? One argument away from being out on your butt. Thanks for the... what is it? Thanks for the race car, Lynn. Appreciate you. You never know. So, you're one argument away anyways. You got to be able to survive. Got to sustain yourself, all right? What should a woman do in a relationship? Be mutually beneficial and to be adding a a benefit from your side so that your relationship is mutually beneficial. What do you think you should be doing? Yeah, I don't know who you're dating. And another thing, y'all asking me where to find these men. I don't know where you live. How should I know? Look around your own city and figure it out. The fuck? Go to expensive places. That's where you go. Sneak in if you have to. All right? Get some appetizers. Get the bread basket. Those are free, probably. I don't know where you live. All right? Find the nicest Italian restaurant and get yourself a bread basket. All right? And some water. Sit around looking cute. There you go. That's where you find them. All right? Common sense, folks. Yeah, go to a golf course. Fine. Let's see here. Let me be your CPA, please. I need a new CPA, actually. I need a new one. Let's see here. So do you approach man? You can approach a man. Make it easy for him. All you really need to do for women, y'all just got to be nearby. All right? Just kind of put yourself in close proximity and then bat your eyes like this. Be kind of nearby, arm's length. All right? Halloween's coming up. You got a jump scare on him. Just be nearby his face when he's looking the other way. He's gonna try. Oh, hello. Hi. He'll be forced to talk to you then. So, 'tis the season. All right? That's how you do it, folks. Acting mysterious and lost is how I do it. Ma'am, you just look lost. There's no mystery about you reading a map. You just look lost, which is just as good. Men will help you find stuff. They like doing that. They'll point you in the right direction. All right? Can you help me? Probably not. Mom of 3 boys, how do I raise them to be men of value? I don't know. I'm not a mother, guys. I don't know. It's still good values. Why are you asking me for parenting advice? My God. The fuck? Look lost in the Home Depot. That's right. You go to the Home Depot with a messy bun, and those men will help you left and right. The problem is, they're going to be married. They'll get you a married man to help you, but maybe he'll give you some money. I don't know. He probably will. Married men will put you in an apartment across town. If he wants you in an apartment, get you a married man. All right? But if they're rich enough to put you in an apartment, they're not doing their own housework, so they're not at the Home Depot with a measuring tape. You get what I mean? But then again, they could be real estate developers, but even still. You want you an apartment? Oh, nice. What was that? A lion? Thanks for that. Who did that? I've seen that before. A little kitty. Lynn. Okay, Lynn. Thanks, Lynn. Let's see here. Why do men hate when you don't date? What's to hate on? If you're not dating them, what do they care? What do you mean? I don't get it. Let's see here. That's right, Nia. I need help. Wait, hang on. I need help. I jump in too fast. Here's how you just got to diversify. Y'all heard of these? Y'all heard of terms like this in business class when you were in high school, college? Diversify your investments, all right? Until you have a contract with one. You're just hedging your bets. Keep your business private. Mind your business and all. But diversify. Get you a couple men. Get you 2 or 3 men. What's a girl supposed to do? Girls got to live, girls got to eat, right? Until you're married, you're single. So act accordingly. Create options for yourself. So that way you don't have nowhere to turn if things don't go the right way. But keep that shit to yourself, because men hate that. They hate it, but they also love it too. They act like they don't like it, but then they see you out to dinner or something with another man, they'll light your phone up like Christmas. They'll call you every day after that. They'll be up your butt about who you're with and where you're at all the time now. So do they hate it or do they love it? Something to think about. Oh, man. Okay, stop sharing the live. Grateful for favor. 007. Stop it. You're spamming. That's right. Russell, they act like they hate it. They act like they hate it, but they really love it. But also keep, girls gotta have your secrets. Keep that shit to yourself, all right? Take it to your grave. No need to alert the press, all right? Until you're married, have a couple boyfriends. Till you have a commitment from anybody. Why are you committed to them? You see what I'm saying? Where's the mutually beneficial part? Where is this going? Oh, nowhere? Then act accordingly. How do I handle a couple of boyfriends? Save them in your phone as discrete names, I meant. Put one in your phone as Allstate. Another one called H&R Block. All right? Whatever. And if they act stank, then they'll be H&R blocked. Boop. $500 for an unblocked fee. Now what? H&R Block will pay you for once. How about that? How about that then? I should make a book about this stuff. I might. Maybe I will, folks. Maybe I will. That's right. That's a $500 unblock fee. They'll pay it too. You think they won't? These men are crazy. These men will pay this. They paid more for less. So they'll pay to unblock. For sure they will. I see another man's elbow in your story post. He'll pay for sure. Like, what the hell? I promise you. He paid me to unblock him. See? Am I right or am I right? I promise you. That's right. Hi, guys. I've been playing the faithful game for years. Yeah, right. You're going to play faithful to a man who after 7 years, he's going to tell you he's not sure. I'm not sure about us. I'm not sure where this is going to go. Great. Perfect. Oh, man. Would you pay $500? I've paid a lot more than that. Hi, guys. But in the beginning, okay, hang on. But in the beginning, he's texting me back like super fast. What should I do? Listen here. If a man's texting you all day, that man isn't busy enough. I promise you. If a man's about it, making money, he does not have time to be, hey, well, what are you up to? How's it going? What would you have for lunch? Did you see that meme I sent you? Blah, blah, blah. If he's texting you like that, he's lying about how much money he's making because he ain't making a lot, I promise you. If he's making money, he's not texting you like that. And by the way, do you want him to be texting you like that? Do you really? You know what I mean? Just have a life, all right? Text your other boyfriend, okay? Yeah, he's freeing up some space for you to have another man, all right? So, see you when I see you. Who asked earlier how to keep a couple of them? That's how. Date men that are actually busy. And you can date a couple. How's he going to know? take it to your grave. What excuses can you give a clingy man when you're with your other boyfriend? Again, if a man is clingy, he's not making enough. I promise you. If you're dating a clingy man, busy men that make money aren't clinging to you. I promise you. If they are actually busy and actually making money, they're not clinging to you and your whereabouts all the time. He should spend his energy elsewhere. It's only the broke ones that are living at home on your couch that are clingy, that are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And if they're not on your couch, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're just sitting at home, worried about the wrong thing, not making money, and instead of worrying about where you're at, who you're with. I couldn't even fucking fathom that. Who has the time? My God. You got to get something out here. You know what I'm saying? It's how you got to make money. If you're not making money, what are you doing as a man? Straight up. If you're texting somebody where she's at all day, that's crazy. I don't know. What line of work are you in? E-com. All TikTok e-com stuff. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but the whole TikTok thing, people making a lot of money on TikTok by making those videos, you know, those little not sponsor videos, but the ad videos that pop up on your feed. People are making a lot of money on that, just doing that. And so I have a contract with TikTok. I'm a TikTok enterprise partner. I teach people how to sell on the platform. I'm doing a training on that actually on Thursday after this show at 6 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you're Eastern, it's 9 o'clock. People are making a lot of money selling on TikTok. You guys see those videos, the pop up and it's like a clothesline or some face mask, this, you know, salmon DNA face masks or some teeth whitening, whatever, like people, that kind of stuff, like normal stuff. But people, there's so much stuff because it's all Amazon now. So they're partnered together, Amazon and TikTok. And basically everyday folks are creating small accounts and creating TikTok videos, advertising, or just talking about the product sort of favorably. And then those products, some people will see that and go, huh, and then buy that. One click buy, Apple Pay buy, and then the person that made the video gets paid. And you do a few videos, and one of those videos goes viral, boom, you make $10,000. It's like that, straight up. And it's free to start, so you just have to do a couple of steps through TikTok, and I'll show you how to do it on Thursday at 6. If you want to do that, there's a link in my bio. Okay, we're doing a training then. Not Canadians, no, sorry, it's not in Canada. TikTok Shop's not in Canada. Yes, I need that. Yeah, it's a good deal. Pro tip, marry rich. Well, if you marry rich, you're gonna have a lot of things solved for you. That's the deal. If you're marrying rich, you don't have to worry about the cost of soccer practice. You don't have to worry about the cost of, you know, private lessons. You don't have to worry about the cost of school. Private school nowadays, like for kids, is getting just as expensive as college. I mean, everything just keeps getting so expensive, my God. So if you date rich, those problems will be solved for you. He's also gonna have a secret girlfriend, or not so secret girlfriend probably, and you're gonna have a different, some of y'all aren't even built for marrying rich, not real rich. Most of y'all will be super happy inside, well, as happy as you're gonna be, because some of y'all, no matter what you do, you're not gonna be happy, but no, most of you guys would be happy in like upper middle class. You know, just think C-suite executive, not CEO, but like C-suite somewhere. All right, y'all be happy with that. Somewhere where you know he's got a schedule. All right, you know where he's driving to. You know when he's coming home. He'll share his location with you. You know if he stops at the Costco. That's the kind of man y'all want for most of y'all, and y'all be very satisfied with that. Y'all date really rich, what top 1% rich? Y'all couldn't handle it. You just couldn't. First of all, you got to be built for that. Most of y'all aren't even built for that, number one. Number two is there's a lot that goes with guys that have big egos and lots of money. Can you think you can handle that? I bet you can't. I bet most of y'all can't. Single working mom of 3. Do I have a chance? Men will date you even if you have a husband. You think your kids are going to stop them from creating an opportunity for you, man? You see what I mean? As long as you are attractive to them, they'll find a way. All right? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So, do you think it matters? My mother married and remarried again, and she had a couple of grown kids. She's with a, again, C-suite executive, smart as a whip, loves my mama to death. And I love him for loving her so much. I don't have to worry about her now at all. And she's so happy. They've been together almost like 15 years, 16 years now. She's so happy. She had a couple grown-ass kids. And also, my grandmother, same thing. She was a widow. Got a few grown-ass kids that were still dependents. And she ended up remarrying after my grandfather died, and she's so happy. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just have to be pretty. You got to be attractive to the men. You can't. I promise you, they're not going to look through the outside surface to see the inside. They're not. Men are visual. Let's just be real, okay? So beat your face. Get yourself some dry shampoo and a lip kit, and get yourself out there, all right? Then the men will like what they see and then get to know you better. How about that? Start there, all right? Doesn't matter if you have kids. Wherever you are in life, there'll be a man for you, all right? You just gotta look good and put yourself out there, all right? That's right, folks. Men are visual guys. Well, that's a good thing. Y'all, some people take that as like a negative thing, like, oh, men only want one thing, whatever. But like, so what? If that's what they want from women, first and foremost, then that's easy. That's it. God, all you got to do is look attractive to them. In today's day and age where Jeffree Star exists in the same timeline as you can look exactly how you need to look. What are you talking about? You're like a YouTube video and a palette away from attracting any man. The fuck? It's so easy. For $24.99 or whatever, you can look exactly like you need to. That's the easiest part. And you can trick them. There's so many things you can do now, all right? If you do too much and you attract that man, great. But now you created a little prison for yourself, because now you got to wake up earlier than him every day. So, do what's reasonable for you. But if you're an early bird, then you can do a little bit more, you know what I mean? Maybe you come out full glam before he opens his eyes. The options are endless, all right? How much do you want to commit to the bit? So, that's the easy part, folks. That's the easy part. If you just got to be pretty, that's it. The fuck? That's all? Men have to do so much more. They got to go out there and be rich. They got to grow. Men got to grow. None of y'all dating those 5'5" ones. So how if you're there as a man, now what? You got to grow. You got to will yourself. You got to concentrate and grow some inches. That's hard to do when you're 25-year-old or older. You see what I'm saying? So men got to first grow, then they got to make a bunch of fucking money, and all while maintaining their hairline, and then keep making money, even more money, because guess what? Life keeps getting more expensive. That's so much more work. You see what I mean? How are you going to grow a full 6 inches? Easy. And then on top of that, keep all your hair and make a whole lot of money and be funny and have a good shaped face. That's a lot of work for a man. You see what I mean? And all y'all got to do is consult with Jeffree Star once and you're pretty enough for him. That's easy. It's not even that hard. So, men are easy. Are you rich? Depends on how rich we're talking. Next to some of these guys out in the Middle East, these guys are so fucking rich. But not to them, no. Next to them, no, I'm not. Next to an average American, I'm very rich. But next to some of these guys, there's a lot of wealth out there, folks. What about a man that won't elevate unless you force him? That's all men. Here's the deal. That's all men. Men, you need to be able to kind of push your man to be great, you see. But if you got nothing to work with, you might as well just push him off a cliff because he ain't gonna grow at all. Y'all understand? So you might as well. You gotta have something there to begin with. Then you can work with them. All right? They don't have a foundation in place. You can't work with that. Nothing's gonna grow there where it's gravel. Yeah. All right? Let's see. Are they all controlling? I promise you, if a man's out there really doing it, he don't have time to be controlling you all the time. That's crazy. You're not busy enough, my God. Okay, Lynn, thank you so much for the airplane, for the gifts. Thanks. I never see gifts on this app. Appreciate that. Hi, everyone. But what if there is a far prettier woman around? Yeah, that's the deal. That's the thing. Men, just because men are with you doesn't mean they're gonna not be looking at other women. That's the other thing, and that's what I mean. Some of you guys are like, you guys want to date really rich, handsome, tall, well put together men. Y'all want to date them, and I get that. Why wouldn't you? It's like a fantasy. I get it. But if y'all got them, what if he starts looking at other prettier girls? He might. Now what? I don't think y'all can handle that. You see what I mean? You might pull your damn hair out. Some of y'all just aren't built for that kind of life. That's what I'm telling you. Get yourself a man with a predictable schedule. Get yourself a man where you know he's driving home at 5:30. Okay? You know when he's taking a pit stop at the gas station or whatever. He's got just enough time for himself on Saturdays to play, ping pong, whatever it is. And then on Sundays, he's going to the Home Depot and doing chores that you set out for him to do. That's a good life. That's a good man. Y'all don't need super rich, very charismatic, super good looking. Because if y'all got that, y'all wouldn't be able to handle it. You'd go crazy in no time. Not a firefighter. Are you kidding me? All those firefighters are sluts. They're all out there washing that red truck, slutting it up. And they're broke, so they're going to have you dickmatized. And you're not going to be able to see past it. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry. I've not been looking at YouTube for a second there. Sorry, guys. I meant to. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Okay. We good? Okay. How about a farmer? Farmers make a lot of money. Farmers are rich. Farmers are rich, rich. Depending on the farmer and the region. A lot of farmers and their subsidies, they're making a lot of money. It's harder for them these days, you know, but it's the life. But they be making money. Are you a day trader? No. Hi, everyone. Would you date someone? Hang on. Would you date someone who makes more than you? After a certain point in my life, I haven't really met anybody that makes more than me, like as romantically as a woman that makes more than me. I wouldn't be opposed to that necessarily, though. I don't have a problem with that. Me personally, I'm not emasculated by that. A lot of men are, though. A lot of men will be emasculated by a woman making more than them. If a woman's making more than me, though, that's dope. Good. Fine. It can happen. I make double my husband. Yeah, so it just depends on the couple, but a lot of women don't like that. A lot of women, if you're dating a man that you're outperforming double, triple, quadruple, whatever, they start looking at the men like, are you really pulling your weight around here? Like, what are you doing as far as the household goes, you know? So I think it's a case-by-case basis, obviously. But it just depends. Some women start to really go, maybe I'll make the financial decisions, and that starts to cause problems at home. I think it emasculates them eventually. Yeah, for a lot of men too, they'll feel that way. They'll feel like, what are they even contributing for? Depending on how much it is. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hi, guys. He makes over six figures. Who makes over six figures? I know. Yes, you said that. Let's see here. Hi, guys. Where do I find rich men? I don't know where you live. I have no idea. Hi, everyone. Let's see here. In Miami, I don't know. I don't live in Miami. I live in Los Angeles. I have no idea. Your eyes match your suit color. I know you said that a bunch of times. He doesn't have a car, but pays for the date. Okay, how y'all getting to the date? Uber? Russell, will you be my, hang on. Russell, will you be my personal matchmaker? People would ask me that. I don't do that kind of thing. Hi, everyone. Lyft, yeah, you guys are doing Lyft. Yeah, that's funny. He doesn't want to be legally married. What does that indicate? Yeah, a lot of guys that will say that. Most of the men that will say that they don't want to be legally married because of what that could implicate for them down the line. It's like they imagine themselves being rich one day, and in their imagination, when they have all their money, that you're going to take them for all they got. At some point down the line, when they become rich and famous, whatever they are hopeful for themselves. Whenever their potential unlocks, if they were to marry you today, and then their potential unlocks, then they'll make all kinds of money, and you're going to come take them for all they got in 5 or 10 years or 20 years from now. Perfect. So just what that means for you, ma'am, is that you now have no obligation. The state will have nothing for you if you guys, unless y'all live in a state with common law marriage, you get nothing if y'all divorce. You see? So where does that leave you in 5, 10, 20 years? You pour yourself into a man, a relationship, whatever, and then the relationship ends for whatever reason, because y'all arguing about which side the toilet paper roll should fit on, left or right, I don't know. Upside, whichever one's upside down or not, I don't know. And then now what? You're left high and dry with nothing to show for it. Now 15 years older? Perfect. What a great situation for you, man. So find someone that has a little bit more willingness to commit. All right? Hi. Hello. I don't want a roommate. Well, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get yourself a roommate. Okay, let's see here. Okay, yeah, guys, I'm streaming on 4 platforms at once. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, which is kind of back there, it's hard to see, and Facebook. So I'm on all platforms at once now. I'm trying to make sure that I'm everywhere, if I can help it. The setup's a little wonky right now. But I'm coming, broadcasting everywhere. I have to read a bunch of different chats and phones on different phones, just to make sure I get to everybody best I can. Where's your accent from? I'm from South Carolina. Okay, I have a degree in mathematics. I used to work for the government. I used to work at a company called Northrop Grumman, building air vehicles mostly. Think fighter jets. So I was a systems engineer, and then I later moved to the business side. I was working partly working with our corporate liaisons, the lobbyist side, and as well as our engineers, our technical folks. I managed a big budget, a lot of folks, a lot of people. I would pitch and defend that budget to Congress every single year. And then all that's gone. I don't do any of that anymore. I have my own businesses. The thing that I'm doing most notably this year is I'm working with TikTok to sell commerce. Think all the stuff you see on TikTok, which is now all the stuff you see on Amazon. All that stuff that's on Amazon, they're all connected now. Excuse me. They're all connected now. So think, you guys see those shoppable videos that pop up, like, there's a lot of Chinese crap on there, but there's also everything that's on Amazon is on there now. You can even buy candy and energy drinks and cleaning supplies and home decor, you name it. It's all there now. So all of what's happening in China is like live selling. It's a big part of their ecosystem for e-commerce there, and all of that's coming over to America in a major way. I mean, people in Japan right now are selling. 20-year-olds are selling condominium pre-builds on live streams right now. So I'm an enterprise partner. I work on my company, my management company, Rise, is working directly with TikTok to teach people how to sell on the platform. And what we're selling is, you name it, electronics, skincare, makeup, literally everything. I have like a whole presentation that I do about this, but I show all the stuff that I get. I get all the free stuff. I get the mouth tape. I get the hair exfoliating brushes, and all kinds of stuff. Literally everything that's on TikTok comes to me at some point or another, and the stuff that I like at least. And then what we do is we sell that on video, on those shoppable videos, and on live. So I've been talking on the internet for a long time, and that's what I do most notably now. There's some people making a lot of money on TikTok. There are people making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month selling mopeds. No joke, like selling them on the videos, just on video stream, on video live stream, and also in short form posts. Okay, so if you're interested in doing that, I'm doing a training on Thursday, how to do it, show you exactly how to do it for free, how to do it with TikTok. And then if you want to, actually you gotta work with me at the end. But I'll tell you exactly how to do it for free. That's my deal with TikTok. So I'm actually going to China. I'll be at ByteDance in Beijing on the week of the 13th. And then I'm seeing a lot of crazy tech businesses, big businesses in China, that they're all bringing that stuff to social media people. So all that's coming here this year and next year. So I'm gonna be showing that. I'm gonna be showing that on my stories and my posts. You guys are gonna be seeing it. It's really, really cool stuff. Do you speak Chinese? No. No, I don't. but you don't need to anymore. What kind of bike do you have? Motorcycle? I have a BMW R9T. I ride it sometimes. It's dangerous to ride in LA, so I try to keep off of it. Not that, I don't ride it, I don't drive it that much. I do once in a while though. I was on it just the last weekend. Hi guys. Okay, let's see here. Nice, interesting lifestyle. Thank you. I think. Hi guys. How about politician men? What about them? You gonna start dating a politician? What time on Thursday? 6 o'clock. We'll do that. I'm doing the training at 6 o'clock after the show. Hi guys. What? Good question. How did you start giving dating advice? Going just like this. Pop on live. Start answering questions. Just that simple. I'll be here for the training. Nice. Good to see you there. Okay. Are you only teaching how to sell on TikTok or Amazon as well? TikTok right now, but we are expanding to Whatnot, Amazon, and Walmart, funny enough. Walmart is doing a crazy affiliate program. They're doing a lot of info sales on how to sell products, demonstrate products. They're kind of copying what Alibaba did, but there are creators that are selling on Walmart right now, making a lot of money. What time is the training? 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 9 o'clock Eastern. Hi guys. Let's see here. Is it a red flag if your boyfriend of 5 months proposes before he leaves for boot camp? No, that's typical. They want to buy a house and they get married, they get a better deal. they get housing allowances and they get bigger budgets if they're married. They also get bigger checks too, and insurance. How to get my man out of the house? Call the cops. Get a restraining order. Change the locks. Put his stuff out on the lawn like an adult. Simple as that. Get him right out of your house in no time. Let's see here. Are you gonna be streaming in China? I will be still doing my live stream, my live show in China. Yes. Hi guys. Let's see here. A how-to guide will be perfect. I might do that. Thoughts on the ban? It's not getting banned. Should keep up with the news. TikTok's not getting banned. Are you gonna host in your PJs? I might. What are your thoughts on prenups? Well, sometimes it's out of their, if they make a lot of money, sometimes it's even out of the guy's hands. It's the estate will manage it. So I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but if you're dating a guy that has real money, real wealth, I mean, they have a choice, but their advisors will strongly suggest that they don't do that. And if they're like a trust fund baby, they don't have a choice. It's just part of the deal. But usually in those prenups comes a sizable severance agreement. So like if you guys break up for whatever reason, usually you'll still make something that's inside of that deal. You're left with something. And by the way, if there isn't anything like that, meaning that you get into a prenuptial agreement with a man and he goes, if we break up, you get nothing, you can come with your own paperwork to that same meeting with your own lawyer. All right. And you can be like, okay, if we break up for, in a few years, for whatever reason, I get $5 million. And that's a legally binding thing that's people will commit to. They really will. The Jewish people do it all the time. Thanks, Lynn, for the race car. That's cool. But yeah, you can come with your own paperwork. He's got his paperwork. You can come with your own too. So bring your own paperwork. Get your little cute little folder. Bring it with you, and a notary. Two can play at that game. Why I say Jewish people? Because I forgot the term. What is that called? When the woman the woman will get something in case of a divorce. I forgot the term of it. It's I'm not Jewish, but remind me. In the marriage agreement, the woman gets something in case it doesn't work out, because you're effectively taking her off the market, the dating market, and she is foregoing other opportunities to be with you. No, it's not. That's not dowry. It's not alimony. No. It's when the woman is foregoing other opportunities to be with you, the man, and therefore, if things don't work out, she's left high and dry, right? So, in the Jewish community, they have an agreement. Thank you, ketubah. That's right. I didn't say that. I probably said it wrong. Ketubah. That's an agreement that says, since you're also taking a risk by being with me, the man, and it doesn't work out, you're owed this amount. And it's predetermined before the marriage. It's smart. Ketubah, something like that. Hi guys. It is smart. Well, because it's smart because you're not now left 10 years down the line with, like, say you didn't work. Say you chose not to work because you were a stay-at-home mom or whatever the reason is, whatever y'all's agreement was, right? Then y'all break up for whatever reason, and then now 10 years has passed, and then you have a 10-year gap in your resume, all right? You got to get back to work or whatever. And what happened? What if you're unhireable now for any reason? Health issues, you're just like I said, the big gap in your resume, the job market, whatever. Who knows? You forewent all of those things. So therefore, when the relationship ends for whatever reason, now what? You're just screwed now. You see, I think everybody should instate that in some form or another. It does not even be a Jewish thing. It should be everybody should have some form of backup. Now the state sort of makes sure that's true, but oftentimes what is happening now, men are saying, "Oh, I don't want to get married with the state because one day you might take me for all I've got," and then it kind of leaves women high and dry. It's a bad deal. It's like why risk the next 10 or 20 years of your life with someone? You see, as a woman. And so it's just not a good deal. So maybe if everybody had some form of that, then the relationships would be mutually beneficial. Do you play piano or is it decorative? I play it. God, people put pianos in their own house and never play it? Or can't play it? That's crazy. Are you married? No. Hi guys. Let's see here. I use it for photo shoots. Okay, well maybe. Anyways, guys, that's my time. That's my show. I'll see you guys on Thursday. And then we're gonna, if you're interested in doing the TikTok training, we're doing that on Thursday after the show at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So 9 o'clock your time. Okay, thanks everybody for joining me. It's been real. We'll see you Thursday at 5. Okay, bye guys. Bye everyone. Bye YouTube. See you back there.